Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome once again. The Turbulent Palace and Manchester City are doing business once again. Now, before we start, please hit the like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And let's go. What's going on with Crystal Palace? Yesterday, they defeated Liverpool and won the Community Shield. Now, it was nice one after winning the FA Cup a few months ago, and now coming to start the season by winning the Community Shield. They didn't expect this, but I know they should have seen it coming. I'll address it in a few. This morning, it was released that Crystal Palace have now been officially demoted to the Conference League. It first happened maybe a week or two ago, and they appealed in the Court of Arbitration against uh, the verdict, and now it has been dismissed, it has been rejected, and it's final. Crystal Palace are not going to play in the UEFA Europa League, and it's painful. It's painful for the players, it's painful for the manager, and it's painful for the owners. But in this matter, I would like to blame the owners. I would like to say the Crystal Palace owners, they did not believe in the players that they have. They didn't believe in the manager. They didn't believe in the process and what they are building. You know, if you look at Crystal Palace history, you will see that Crystal Palace has been a mid-table team for a few seasons now. They always finish around 12th in the Premier League table. So, what would somebody that is finishing 12th be looking for in a UEFA competition? They didn't think they would be in the Conference League. They didn't think they would be in the Europa League. They didn't even think they will qualify for the Champions League someday. But these players that you have signed, these players want to win trophies. These players are fighters and they will try their best for the team. And yes, they won the FA Cup, beating Manchester City, and they qualified automatically to the Europa League. But it doesn't happen for them. It will not happen for them. Why? Because of the management, the ownership of the club. You know, if you conversant with this story, you will know that John Textor had a share of 43% in Crystal Palace, and he also owns some shares in Olympic Lyon. So you see, multi-club ownership, and this rule is a breach in UEFA Europa League and UEFA rules that you can't allow someone that has two clubs to participate in the same competition because it gives conflict of interest, and we don't want anything that will lead to more corruption in football than there already is. So now Crystal Palace has been rejected from Europa League. How much is Crystal Palace going to lose? About 20 million pounds. Now Crystal Palace has lost money, and they are definitely going to lose players, and they'll probably lose their manager. You know, there's confusion there in Crystal Palace, and it's going on. You know, Eze and Magay are the guys that are likely to leave. Magay might leave on the free, and Eze might leave because he has one more year of his contract, and Arsenal is keen on getting Eze. So now this is what the manager has to say. Oliver Glasner, he said something recently. He said, what did he say? He said we are short of numbers and we want to be competitive in all competitions. We have to add players with quality. It helps if players are in early. Now the manager is saying that he needs players, he needs to be backed by the club. He needs Crystal Palace to give him better players, add more quality to the team in order for him to go again and win more trophies. He has won the FA Cup, he has won the Community Shield, and he has earned the right to ask for more better quality players. And you know, Oliver Glasner, it's not that he started coaching. He was the coach in Eintracht Frankfurt in Germany, and he won the Europa League with them. And now he has come to England and he has done the same thing. And we know how this business of football works. That when a coach is winning games, winning trophies, bigger clubs will come and take him. And believe me, Oliver Glasner winning the FA Cup and Community Shield together with his record that he has won Europa League in another club before now, he will definitely be looked at and he will definitely get approached by other clubs. So now he's saying that he wants more players, or we never can tell. He didn't make any threats, but he's not happy. Now, the co-owner of Crystal Palace, Steve Parish, look at what he had to say. He said, he was talking about McGee, and he said, for players of that caliber to leave on the free, it's a problem for us, unfortunately. Now, nobody's happy in Crystal Palace. The players, they will definitely not be happy with the club management after earning and fighting all season, playing in the Premier League and all competitions, winning the FA Cup, defeating Manchester City. And we know how tough it is to beat Manchester City. And winning Liverpool just to hear the next day that you will not be playing the Europa League. So there will definitely be exits. And I think they will lose players. And this is a consequence for bad management, bad ownership, and lack of faith in the players that they have signed. So that's it on Crystal Palace, and yeah, it is what it is. I can say the advantage is that the UEFA Conference League is easier than the Europa League. In fact, UEFA competition, apart from the Champions League, is easy. We saw how Chelsea went to the Conference League and won it easy. I know Crystal Palace is not of the same quality, and I can't compare them with Chelsea, but I think Crystal Palace has some very decent players that can win the Conference League. We saw how Manchester City and Manchester United got to the Europa League final. Very bad season. No, Manchester City, forgive me. Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United got to Europa League final, and they had a very bad season. Tottenham was 17th in the league, and Manchester United was 15th in the league, and they got to the Europa League final. That's to show you that there's lack of quality in this UEFA competition, except the Champions League. So I believe Crystal Palace can win the Conference League and even go as far as winning the Europa League if they qualify next season. So it's very unfortunate, and I hope they get their house in order. They will definitely suffer it. They will lose money, lose some good players, probably lose their manager, but I believe they can get themselves back in order. And that's that on Crystal Palace. Now let's talk about Manchester City. Manchester City, we know when the window started, they were quick to do business. They bought Tijani Reinders from AC Milan. They bought Aït from Wolves, and they bought one other midfielder they bought, Ryan Cherky from Olympic Lyon. And it was a very good transfer window that they have been having. You know, they are trying to rebuild because Manchester City were not playing well last season, so they have to get their act back together. And after then, I know this guy, what's his name, KDB, he left. Kevin De Bruyne left, and he's a Napoli player now. So Manchester City were disqualified from the Club World Cup by Al Hilal, and it's looking very somehow for them. I don't really have faith in them this coming season. I don't really think they can win the Premier League or win any trophy for that matter. So they have to restock. And Manchester City, they're currently looking at Rodrigo. Rodrigo is the answer. And they have had some movement. They have had Jack Grealish. He's going to Everton. He's doing his medical. He will soon be announced as an Everton player. Jack Grealish on a loan with full salary covered by Everton. Very ambitious from Everton. I think Everton is very ambitious in this transfer window. I talked about the other day how they are going for Tyler Diblin, and now this guy, Jack Grealish. And I hope Jack Grealish can get his act back together. And now Savinho is going to Tottenham. Talks have started, and they're hoping to make a deal with Tottenham. Savinho wants game time because at Manchester City, there's too much competition, too much people with you dragging for the same position. So if you're a player in Manchester City, you know you have to sit on the bench. So he's trying to get to Tottenham so he can play in the Champions League and get more game time, which is good one for Savinho. And James McCarthy, I told you some days ago that James McCarthy will be going to Nottingham Forest, although the first bid was rejected, but it looks like it will happen for him for under 30 million. Under 30 million pounds, he'll be going to Nottingham Forest. So with this exit, Manchester City is looking to bring in somebody with quality, Rodrigo of Real Madrid. And Real Madrid wants around 100 million euros for the player, and it's looking likely to happen. So good one to Manchester City for trying to make something happen. We thought Rodrigo would be an Arsenal player, very unlikely. We thought Rodrigo would be a Liverpool player, not looking that way. Now, who knows, maybe Manchester City will be the one to get Rodrigo. So that's it on Manchester City, and we're going to have a very interesting Premier League. So in more news, Donnarumma is having issues with PSG, as you know, for some time now, and today he has been excluded from the Super Cup game against Tottenham Hotspur. He's not going to be playing with them. He's not going to be playing in Luis Enrique's team. He's no more a part of PSG squad, and he has to leave and get to another club. PSG and Donnarumma couldn't come to an agreement of a next deal, and it is what it is. I think he still has a year on his contract, so he has to find a club, and it's looking likely that he's going to be going to the Premier League. Yeah, and one more thing, the news I told you the other day of Chuba Akpom, I told you that he's keen on joining Ipswich Town, and he has finally gotten his move. Once again, player power is bigger than club power. So, guys, thank you for watching Talking Football Daily. I hope to see you tomorrow again, and I'll have more stories for you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you. Bye for now.